Hello students, in this session we will study about the concept minor and law relating to minor's agreement. Minor, as you know, is an incompetent person to enter into contract. Law consider minor is incompetent because he is not mentally matured and not able to take rational decision and not able to understand the terms and conditions of contract. Let us look at the definition of minor. As per section 3 of Indian Majority Act 1875, a minor is a person who has not completed 18 years of age. In Indian law, he has to complete 18 years of age to attain majority, and in English law, he has to complete 21 years to attain majority. In following cases, minor attains majority after 21 years, where guardian appointed for minor by the court to look after the minor or his estate, where the minor or his property is under supervision of court of ward. In these cases, minor has to attain 21 years, has to complete 21 years to attain the majority. Let us look at the important concept law relating to minor's agreement. Usually there are 24 marks question on this concept, and in addition to this there are 6 marks case laws. They may be asked separately. Point number 1. An agreement with a minor is void ab initio. That means void in the beginning itself. It cannot be enforced in the court of law. If an adult knowingly or unknowingly enter into contract with the minor, then there is no valid agreement or contract. He cannot recover any amount in case of losses. There is a case law called Mohiri Bibi versus Dharmodas Ghosh. In this case, a minor mortgaged his property for a loan of rupees 20,000 and received 8,000 as an advance from money lender. Later, after attaining majority, he claimed for the settling of the agreement and saying that he was a minor at the time of contract. Money lender demanded the amount already given, that is refund of rupees 8,000, but it was held that there was no valid agreement between them because the agreement with the minor was void in the beginning itself. So in this case we can understand that if a person knowingly or unknowingly enter into agreement with the minor, such a cases the agreement is not valid and he cannot recover any amount from the minor in case of any losses. Point number 2. Minor can be a promisee or beneficiary. It is very clear that minor is incompetent to enter into contract, but there is a provision that he can be a beneficiary, he can enforce the contract. Suppose in case of a promissory note, if a promissory note executed in favor of minor, in such a cases he is considered as a promisee or beneficiary or payee. He can enforce the contract if it is for his benefit. Point number 3. Minor's agreements cannot be ratified by him on attaining the age of majority. That means a minor, if he made agreement with someone and tried to correct it, alter, ratify it after attaining majority, it is not possible. A person after attaining majority cannot ratify or correct the contract which is made before attaining the age of majority. Point number 4, minor can always plead minority. That means minor can say that he is a minor at any time. That means at the time of contract or after the contract. That means the other party, an adult, cannot stop the minor saying that he was a minor at the time of agreement. So there is no restriction to the minor to say he is a minor. Even in case a minor by misrepresenting his age enter into agreement with the other party and claim that he was a minor at the time of agreement, then the other party cannot restrict him saying that he was a minor at the time of agreement. Point number 5, minor is not liable to compensate or return the benefit received. As said earlier, minor is incompetent to enter into agreement. In case a person enter into agreement with the minor and given some advance or any benefit, in such cases he cannot recover such money from the minor. Point number 6, minor as a partner. As per Contract Act, minor is incompetent to enter into contract of partnership. But there is a provision in Partnership Act. A minor can become a partner with limited liability. So he cannot considered as a full-fledged partner, but he can be admitted to partnership as a minor partner where his liability is limited, and after attaining the age of majority he can declare as a full-fledged partner and liable to pay all the liabilities of the partnership firm, or he can discontinue after attaining the age of majority. For all these purpose, he has to give the public notice within 6 months after the attaining age of majority. Point number 7, minor cannot be declared as insolvent. So insolvent is a person whose assets are more less than the liability. Here minor is not able to enter into contract and not able to possess the property. Law consider he is mentally not matured and not able to hold the property, own the property. If he has property, then that is supervised by the guardian. That is why minor cannot be considered as insolvent. Point number 8, necessaries applied to minor. Necessaries means basic necessaries like food, clothing, shelter, or other requirements like education to the minor or his dependents, or medicines to the minor, or any services required by the minor. So all these considered as necessaries. As per law, if any necessary supplied to minor, then the supplier can recover the amount from the estate of the minor. So minor is liable to pay the amount of the services or necessaries supplied to him. Supplier cannot recover from the minor directly, but he can recover from the estate of minor. But it is not applicable to other items, luxurious items, etc. There is a case law called Nash versus Inman. In this case, a minor was already provided with the sufficient amount of cloths, and subsequently he purchased 11 fancy coat from the tailor on credit basis, later failed to pay the amount. Tailor sued minor for the recovery of the amount, but it was held that since the minor provided with sufficient amount of necessary, that is clothes, the 11 fancy coat not considered as a necessary item to the minor, and the tailor could not recover the amount. In this case, it is clear that if in case any necessary supplied to minor, the supplier is entitled to recover the amount, and other than necessaries, the supplier cannot recover the amount from the minor. Point number 9. Minor can be agent. Agent is a person who can work on behalf of the others, called principal. So minor can act as an agent of others. He can bind all other person except himself. He is not bound to fulfill or perform, but he can bind the other party as an agent. Point number 10. Minor as a shareholder. As per Contract Act, minor cannot enter into contract of buying the shares since he is incompetent. In case by mistake minor become the shareholder, acquired the share, then he can rescind or cancel the contract, or company can rescind or cancel the contract. Point number 11. Contract by minor and adult jointly. In case a contract entered into by minor and adult jointly, in such a cases minor is not liable to fulfill the conditions, only the adult is responsible. So there is a agreement between AB and C. There are a party called A and B and the other party is C. A is a minor, B is adult. So in this case, the contract between A, B and C, A is not responsible to fulfill or to do the performance, only B is liable for performance. So this is the effect of contract by minor and adult. Point number 12. Contract of service by minor. Minor is considered incompetent to enter into contract, but minor can enter into contract of service, that is apprenticeship, for the benefit of minor, for getting employment. He can enter into contract of apprenticeship where training will be given to him, provided he is the age of not less than 14 years. Point number 13. Marriage contract by minor. Since the minor is incompetent, he cannot enter into contract of marriage. If he made contract of marriage, it is not considered valid. Point number 14. Contract of minor do not bind his parents or guardian. If a minor enter into contract with the outsider, in such cases the parents are not responsible or guardians are not responsible for any breach of contract or any losses. But if a minor act as a agent of the guardian, then guardian or parents will be held responsible. Point number 15. Surety for a minor. Surety means a guarantee for the payment of the loan or liabilities in case the main party, debtor, failed to pay the amount. Surety for a minor is valid since there is a separate contract between creditor and the surety. In this case, minor is not liable to pay anything, but if an adult given surety to a minor for the payment of loan or liability, in such cases An adult is responsible to pay the amount as a surety. Point number 16, minor and negotiable instrument. Even though minor is incompetent to enter into contract, he can enforce the negotiable instrument. He can bind the others to pay the amount. He can demand the amount in case of any promissory note or bill of exchange if he is a payee.